Hey everyone, it's Normal Life. Welcome back to my channel with another Gwent video for you today. And we're going to look at a deck that I have personally built that is control thinning Scoia'Teal, which is, in my opinion, very, very strong and can definitely challenge any meta decks at the moment. And it's really good because it can actually 2-0 your opponent or make your opponent play really important cards, so they're kind of weak in the final round. Before we get into the deck build, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, also like this video and write a comment below. Doing them things can really help this video perform in the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you want to watch me play Gwent live on Twitch, you can to search for Normal Life Gaming or go on the link below of the description of this video. Firstly, the leader charge is Madoc Forge, which, if I've said that correctly, basically spawns a Templing. Templing will boost one of your units by 5, and also if it's a dwarf, it'll give it 2 armor. There's only one dwarf in this whole deck, which is Gord. So it doesn't really matter if we put it on Gord or not. Now we use this leader charge because of Francesca, because Francesca's got a counter to spawn an additional special card when it goes to 0. This is basically just to boost Francesca to get her full ability. So if you have blue coin, the stratagem we're going to have is Curse Scroll. It is a bit greedy in my opinion, but I love to organize my deck so I can plan each round as I go and have the correct cards in my hand ready in round 1. Now, especially there's some special cards that we don't want a spare one in our hands. We want to probably have some of the specials in our deck because Simlas can obviously pull both of them out. So this is good to organize that if we do have that random special card in our hand. Then we have Saskia. Saskia is going to thin our deck. Basically, after 3 counters, it will pull out a Scoia'Teal card from our deck and put it next to Saskia. And you want to put this in the range row because the cards that we're going to be pulled out, like our Dryad that boosts itself when it overtakes a card, our Cat Witcher, and also our Sentry, there are basically ultimate cards to have as a combo through boosting each other, movement, and also damage at the same time. So Saskia is a really important card to have as a first card putting out straight away, just to get the momentum going and thinning our deck. Then we have Sunset Wanderer, which starts from the left hand side, overtakes a card, gains a point. When it gets to the full right hand side, when there's no other cards to overtake, it'll drop itself whatever points it's built over that time and then basically draw a card. Now this is actually quite a good card to have to probably secure round 1, because you can probably get about, in round 1, if you play it right, probably about 8 or potentially 9 points if you play every card from the left hand side of it. And yeah, it's really good to secure round 1, but if your opponent passes early, this can build for big points. So Sunset Wanderer is good for obviously thinning our deck and also having a big point card slam coming down onto the battlefield. Then we have Simlas. Simlas can be played in 2 ways, in my opinion. Quite an aggressive way by clearing out a row by using Lacerate, or can use any Harvest or Rebuke, whichever card that we need to try and win a round. Then we have Francesca, which has been buffed recently, basically been taking a counter off. So instead of having 3, it has 2. So when the counter goes down from 2 to 0, it will spawn the last special card that you played. So every time you play a special card, the counter goes down. And this can be literally anything that we want. And Francesca is really good to have to try and push in round 2 with. Or if they don't deal with you in round 2, you can have in round 3, and a really difficult card to deal with in round 3. And basically, we don't care if this dies, because this is actually a target for your enemy to use high removals, such as Heatwave or any other high removals that they have, because then we can focus on other cards that we have in our deck. But if we can use Francesca to its full potential, really deadly on the battlefield. While Saskia is thinning our deck and bringing out cards to boost our cards, such as the Dryads, Cat Witcher controlling, hitting a card every time it moves to different rows, and our Sentry boosting our Dryad and also our Cat Witcher. Madoc helps us win the round, because Madoc will basically, every time you put a bomb and bomb an opponent's card, will come out, and then you can destroy Madoc as many times as you want. Every time you play a bomb, he'll keep coming back. And also, what's really good with Madoc, he will spawn Scoia'Teal in a row, which basically is like a fire bomb in a row. Now he'll do this in the opposite row that he's in. So if he's in the melee row and you kill him, he'll then spawn all that fire bomb in the opposite row in your opponent's side. Then we have Royal Decree to also thin our deck and also find cards that we can't find, such as Francesca, the big card, Simlas and Gord. So we want to find these to finish off with the round. So if we have Royal Decree, it helps us thin and find cards that we can't find. Then we have Iskrim Council. So this is like basically like Royal Decree, but we get a 2 point boost with this, and we use this to find either Gord, Francesca, or Simlas. Then we have Gord. Now we use a lot of specials in this. If it's the Royal Decree, bombs, harvest, lacerate, we use a lot of specials. So you will get the maximum boost of 12 with Gord. So this is basically the finisher card that you have in round 3. Then we have Lacerate. Lacerate's used with Simlas. Lacerate, as you can see on the description, damages all units in that row by 2. Now, if with Simlas draws out 2 Lacerates, we basically can win round 1 using this. It will clear the row. So if an enemy's putting all their units in one row, we're basically giving 4 damage to every single card in that row, and basically can just clear the battlefield on the opponent's side. Then we have Harvest. Harvest is basically to put more units on the field, and another special card to also boost Gord. Looking at some bombs that we have now, we have Northern Winds, which basically damages an enemy by 4. Madoc will come out when doing this, and if on its death blow, you actually can banish a card. So you probably want to think which cards you do want to banish if your opponent uses their graveyard. So this is one of the bombs that Madocs use. Another bomb is Moondust. This is good for purifying cards. So if someone's putting a defender down, you can't get through, this card will solve that problem. It'll purify the defender or any other card that you want to purify, and it damages them by 4. Our last bomb is Making a Bomb, which is a Scoia'Teal special card, and this will give 4 bleeding, or if a row's empty, you'll move the opponent into another row, and if that row's empty, it will actually damage them by 4, so it can actually kill a card. This is actually quite good if you plan tactically of putting all the enemies in one row, then you use Simlas with Lacerate, you can actually literally clear that row, so plan carefully when using Making Bombs. Then we have Nature's Rebuke. So this is basically a 5 damage card, and the death blow doesn't really bother us because we don't have any Trents in our deck. Then we have Sentry. So this will get drawn out by Saskia, and then Saskia will also draw out a Dryad, which overtakes our cards and boosts our cards, and then this boosts that card. This will also boost Cat Witcher when he moves to different rows. So really good combination having them 3 cards. And then we have Cat Witcher, as I mentioned before, works good with the other 2 cards I mentioned. And this will basically move to each row and damage the opponent by 1. When it has Adrenaline, it'll damage them by 2. Then we have Elder Bear. Elder Bear is basically to meet the criteria for Saskia to have 10 different categories. So we don't really use this. This could be probably the last card in our deck that we don't use. We'll probably put this down if we're going to have a dry pass in round 2 potentially. But yeah, so it's the highest point card that I could put down that will meet the 10 categories. Then we have a Dryad Matron. Basically, this will overtake any of our units if it's played on the left-hand side of a unit. Overtake them, go to the right-hand side, and boost them by 1. Now, if you have both Dryads next to each other, they'll just keep overtaking each other and boosting each other. If you have a Sentry, that will boost them moving. Then you have a Cat Witch. It will basically just a great combination of having them 3 cards with what Saskia will draw out. So Saskia is only going to draw them cards out. So this what helps us win round 1. So that's the deck, guys. The strategy, basically, we push all the time on blue coin or red coin. Obviously, depending if our hand's absolutely bricked with red coin and we can't actually change anything, so we've got to try and survive as long as we can. So we want to play Saskia first. Saskia thins our deck. We play Madoc, that to do a bit of control on the opponent's side. And also Saskia will do some work for us, bringing out the Dryads, the Sentry, the Cat Witcher, and that'll help us with boosting and also controlling as well. When we've secured round 1, which we should with Saskia, because Saskia is really overpowered in my opinion, then we try and push with round 2 whatever cards that we have. Now that could potentially be with Simlas, that could potentially be with Francesca and using our leader ability, and then basically we want to try and make our opponent play all their best cards, so when we get to round 3, or we could potentially 2-0, Gord comes out as a big strong 15-point card and your opponent literally can't beat us. So yeah, we're going to see some gameplay of me using this, guys. Hopefully you liked it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to see more content, write a comment below what do you think of this deck, and also to watch me live on Twitch, it's Normal Life Gaming, or just check the link below. I leave everything below, guys. That's with deck builds, all the links that you need to see to try and find me, and also if you want to join the Discord will be in the link as well in the description of this video. So let's get straight into the gameplay, guys, and me using it, and hopefully you enjoy. Okay, are they going to have Saskia? Not Saskia, Milva. Probably going to be a bit of the same. Bit of advantage because you've got going first. You're going to have Saskia out first. This is actually quite a well-balanced hand. Yeah, this is actually quite well balanced. I don't think I would actually make a change in this. Yeah, we're going to leave that. No Saskia first. Okay, that's fine.
Ugh, stop gargling like that.
Strange you've played that. Okay, so I feel like probably making a bomb already, so that doesn't do us any favours. You're probably gonna get fine on making a bomb as well. You must have bricked Saskia. That's fine. You can bomb that. That'll come back again. That's fine with me. Mr. Opponent, that was cruel. That was cruel. Okay, so our bombs have gone. Okay, let's get Saskia now. Madoc's gone. I don't know if our opponent meant to bait us out like that, but there's no way he knew we had Madoc in this deck. No way. As I've literally just built it. To bet Madoc was always going to go, wasn't he? Madoc was always going to go because of Squirrel. That's fine. He's trying to stop us playing, which is absolutely fine. Let's just go and kid his cards, really. Not much else we can do with the bombs. Hopefully Saskia gets something going soon. I'll probably play the Cat Witcher next, so we get a full combo of whatever comes out. That we have to kill first. I will have to kill that. We don't want them playing any cards. Wow, this guy is playing a lot. What is he doing? I seriously don't actually know what he's doing. He's playing a lot of removals first. A lot of removals. He's probably got a removal for this, which is a bit weird if he does. Ooh. Okay. Let's play this. Yeah, it's probably just that then. Any row? Wow. We'll keep it ahead, weirdly. Obviously, yeah, that keeps us ahead now, but he might pass. That's quite a big... Yeah, that's actually really good for us now. Now, I could use Milver in two ways. Sorry, Simlas in two ways. I could Rebuke. Oh, we used Rebuke. I think we have, haven't we? Oh, no, we've only got one of these, and I should actually put two of these. Okay, so we have to probably use... He might use... Let's get rid of you, get rid of you. So we might have to use Saskia now. I don't actually know what he's trying to do. Yeah, we've got to push. Because we can get Gord easily, we can get Simlas easily. So yeah, I think we've got to go for the full push here. Depends what I want to play first. I don't know how many removals he's got left. Let's play... Let's play a Dryad first, because I feel like I'll get more benefit out of that dying first than a Cat Witcher. It's probably got one more Rebuke left, I'm assuming. It's got a leader charge as well. He's got a lot of leader charges on this. Madoc would have made this game a bit more easy, but there we go. That's why people put squirrels in their... Oh, he's trying to go through as many waylays as possible. I know what Mr. Opponent's doing.
Humans are scum. I prefer elves, dwarves,
That's fine. We keep that. We keep that as we go. And there's a sticky situation here, I think, Mr. Opponent. Ha ha. I need you to play stuff in the back row. There's the first waylay. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to play Francesca first.
We do what must be done.
Have you got a high removal for Francesca? That is the question I'm asking. What have you got, my friend? No, you haven't got it. Put it back row, please. Thank you.
Just one more feather and we're done.
Okay, that's fine. We'll go and bomb that. And then put a bit of armor on this. Put it on you. Okay, so we keep a lead. Probably risky putting all my points in only 2 cards. But we want Gord to get as high as we can. He's on 7A.
Why should I, an elf, a sage,
That's
converse
fine.
with an
Back row, back row, back row, back row, back row, back row, back row. Please put back row because this is perfect for Simlas. Back row. You want to put back row, Mr. Opponent? Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Oh guys, this is gonna be beautiful. Watch. Okay. Yeah, let's get straight into this. Simlas is gonna love this. He's gonna have a field day.
Say not ignorant. Remember to whom you speak.
I've cleared the row. Oh my god, Simlas love that. He might actually quit. Just go and kill that. We've got to keep pushing them. Let them play all their cards. And then I'll finish off with Gord. GG, Mr. Opponent. 2-0 machine. Help me putting everything in the back row. Guys, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, Normal Life Gaming, and I'll see you all in my next video.